So this is my fourth day of no cannabis, and I have been trying to slow down on my usage forever, and well, at least like the last 6 months, and it always happens on the week right before I get my period, where I'm just like, I'm gonna just finish what I have, and I'm just gonna like not smoke because I've already discovered if I have it, it's just so easy to just go ahead and smoke it because it alleviates so much so quickly. you know, um, I did. It did just become one of those things, like the joke that it fixes everything. Sounds like an addict, but um, it would help with like anxiety. It would help with like obsessive thoughts, which is kind of the same thing, I guess. And it would help with like I'd get really tight, and so it would relax me, and I get like restless legs and stuff at night. It would relax that, and if I was depressed, it made me happier. I and I didn't. I probably started smoking it habitually every day, lots every day, 4 years ago because I fell into this like big bout of depression and anxiety, and then finally and it was really helpful, actually. I don't regret that at all, but because I mean, to me it worked for me, and it helped me to have a functional life, and where I could feed myself, and I could not be wallowing in misery and have such terrible thoughts all the time, and and so it brought me back more to a normal place. But now, I'm doing better, and now I'm just tired of, like, I felt like I didn't need it anymore, so much. I had the desire, like I would just like to go back to smoking, like, socially, every now and then, if with friends or whatever. And I still don't think, like, if I can really kick this, that I should have any in the house for a long time, because it's so easy when you're tempted, when you have any of these issues, to just go ahead and smoke, because it's such a quick fix for those issues, and it works, and it's relatively safe. And but anyway, but now I'm to a point where I feel stronger, and I feel better, and it was just became a matter of, like, this is really just slowing me down now, because I have energy, and I have other things now that are able to help me, as far as like being more positive in my mindset, calming down, relaxing. And I found other ways that don't involve smoking, uh, to help get some kind of equilibrium. And yeah, so it just started to slow me down and take time out of my day, and that's exciting, because now I actually have gumption to, like, accomplish things during the day, and I felt like weed was getting in the way. And I don't think that that's should be seen as a terrible thing. I think that should be seen as a good thing, as far as like it was there when I needed help, and now it's like, oh well, I don't need this medicine like this anymore. And but then becomes a thing where you have to withdraw from it. If you were on any kind of anti-anxiety medication, antidepressants, you would have to wean off those as well, because your brain gets used to having a certain chemical, a certain aid in there. And when it's not there, then it has to adjust, it has to recalibrate. And anyway, so every time I would try, it always ended up being like the third week of my cycle, right before my period, which is the worst week to really try to kick a habit, because I mean, at least for me, uh, I I get that's when my anxiety's the worst, and I can get negative. I can get really irritated with myself, uh, and it starts to show up in my body and whatever. And I also anyway, but and so I always would start to try to stop smoking, and then would end up doing it like, Jamie, why do you try to stop smoking on the worst week of your cycle? But anyway, it is the third week of my cycle, FYI. And but I was like, I'm really gonna do it this time. I feel like I'm in a space where I can really do it this time, and I'm doing it. It's like the fourth day, and I think I've gotten through most of the sweats. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but weed withdrawal is real if you're a habitual smoker for a long period of time. I think lots of other people on YouTube can verify this. And for me, it always results in like you have trouble sleeping, you have like a lack of appetite. I spaced out there for a second. And then for me, I also just for a short period, and I also get the sweats. Like I just have hot and cold flashes all day, and I'm just constantly sweaty and then freezing and then sweaty and then hot, and it's terrible. But I knew it was coming, and I think yesterday was the worst, and I've had a really good attitude about it, just embracing it. Like this is just part of it. This is fine. Just let it go. Just it's temporary. And anyway, so I got through that, but today is just like, oh my gosh, mornings are tough for me. Mornings are really hard, are the hardest for me. Even before I was a habitual smoker, I mean, I wasn't like a really like woke human. I don't mean woke in the sense of like enlightenment, but like just fully functional until the afternoon anyway. So is it the morning still? It's like 11:30, and I I just had a horrible time sleeping last night, and I have this cramp in my neck, and that won't go away, and I'm just find myself really just irritated with myself, and just thoughts that just make me just want to like grab my head, because I'm just like, oh, slow down, stop it, and I just like want everything to. I just want to smoke. Because it will relax my mind, it will relax my body, and it will put me in a positive attitude. But I'm not going to, because I don't have any cannabis, and I feel strong enough right now that I'm not like I'm gonna get any, like, and I don't know. I guess just talking about it is helping me get through this short little period this morning, because it's been a tough morning, and it's all me. But and it's the third week, and I'm about to start, and like tomorrow or the next day, I don't know, I need to look at my planner, but and then it'll be over, and it'll be much better. For me, when I start, here you go, guys. If there's guys watching, for me, they call it premenstrual syndrome, because it's before your menstrual period, uh, and that's when it's worse for most women, I believe. I'm not now. A lot of women will have like cramps and physical symptoms like that when they actually start their period, but I'm talking about all the hormonal stuff is the week before, because your body thinks it's going to get pregnant, and so and when it doesn't, and then that's when you shed all of your uterine lining, because there wasn't a baby in there, and then your hormones start to balance out again. Anyway, labor and delivery nurse. But I don't know. Just what I'm dealing with right now, and my life's been too much of a routine, and that's starting to be monotonous. Which, I mean, it's good because I'm starting to accomplish stuff, but I'm one of those people that I like routine, but I need variance in my routine. I need a varied, diverse routine. Like college was really good for me because it was a routine, but every day is different, sort of. At least it was for me, as far as classes and what you had to do. But it was the same every week, so it was like a weekly routine, and that was really good for me, because if I start doing the same thing every day, I just want to shoot myself in the head. And I know I shouldn't use that expression, but I I start to feel like I'm in a twilight zone and I'm going crazy. And it's the same thing every morning, every night, and I'm just like, wow. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. That's all I have to say about that. Thanks for listening.